My name's Tara, and I'm a 65-year-old retired college professor. I don't know anything about construction. So if I can convert a schoolie, anyone can. So let's see if I can. It's a balmy 27.6 degrees in here. I'll be a piece of cake, but I did put the heater on. Today we're going to work on the bulkheads. And as you know from last week, measuring is not what I do best. So the bulkheads are perhaps the most complicated part of the whole putting walls and ceilings and things together. I'm going to try making some cardboard templates so we can fit that in first. I made this by tracing the original bulkhead and edging that was on here, and it actually fits pretty well. It's a little short at the top. Then we're gonna have on both the front and the back a recessed little shelf here, so we'll have to create little side panels and a back panel and a roof, and we'll see how that goes. Could be very complicated, so I think doing it in cardboard first makes sense. We've got cardboard measurements, cardboard templates for the sides, so that's at least a good start. Good thing we started with the cardboard template. Now we just have to find more cardboard. I'd like to get the red guard in before we frame out the bathroom, because then we'll have just a little bit of waterproofing that goes under the bathroom frame, and that will, I think, help a bit. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, first thing I need to do is vacuum up a bit while the bus heats up, and then I can start painting. I had been kind of concerned about whether this was actually drying, but now that I'm putting on a second coat, I can see that the first coat really is mostly cured, even though it's been cold and warm and cold and warm and cold and warm and cold and warm. So we're getting there. It's almost 50 degrees in here, and you can see where the heater's been pointed, it's red. Where it hasn't been pointed, it's pink. I'm going to move the heater. It's only been like half an hour. So this is going much, much faster. Yay! Well, that worked. We went to the dog park, and I completely forgot that I left the heater on. And so it was 9 o'clock at night when I came back in. So it got a good 6 hours of about 50 degrees in here. And it cured right up. So today it's a little colder. It's back in the 20s again. So I'll wait till it gets into the 30s later this weekend and do one more coat, and then it'll be done and ready to lay the floor and do whatever else is going to happen in the bathroom and kitchen. So that's exciting. The bulkheads. Oh my goodness. So after some frustration and a lot of discussion, we decided that we would keep the plan of a little recessed shelving in the back bulkhead over the bed, because that seemed sort of logical place to have small shelving, like medicine cabinet shelving. But in the front, well, there'll be a shelf. It's going to be bigger and it's going to hold bigger things. And so having a little bit of recess in there suddenly didn't make any sense. It wasn't going to do a lot of good, and it was going to be kind of a pain to make happen. And so we've decided that the front bulkhead will be one single piece and the back will be the more complex piece. So it's an ever-evolving project. Here I am showing you my pink wall for the third and last time, because I know how to make fascinating video. We can just sit and watch this paint dry. I left the heater on for a couple of hours, and it's about 45 degrees in here, and it's pretty much all dried up. A couple places where it isn't. Ziggy's checking those out, doing a little quality control. The front bulkhead is in! Yay! It's got some wiring back there. I'll need to make a hole and so that I can bring an outlet through, and then it needs some trim. But it's done, so that's great. The back, which is a bit more fiddly, we're gonna do next week, but it's all getting there, so that's pretty exciting. So this week's video has been all process stuff. I'm halfway done with the bulkheads and almost done with the red guard on the floor, and it's all just an ongoing process. And I'm loving doing this, but it is taking a while, and the cold is certainly a challenge. It's going to be cold again this next week, but not bitter, bitter, bitter cold. So hopefully we can get a bit more done and just keep moving along.